dan mengisi ilmu dan pengetahuannya.
Kau dan aku akan bersama sampai ke hari tua.
Next, I will explain about the company's background. Lumadan Palm Oil Mill located at Bofat, Sabah. The business scope include both the mill and the estate. The mill processes fresh fruit punch to extract crude palm oil and other palm oil products. It can process more than 45 metric tons of FFB per hour. The estate focuses on cultivating sustainable oil palm fruits. The Lumadan Palm Oil Mill collaborates with local businesses and government-linked companies to achieve its objective. Next, for the vision and mission. Their vision, the Lumadan Palm Oil Mill aims to become a Nobel laureate producing research and development institution. Next, their mission is to enhance the well-being of the Malaysian oil palm industry through excellent research and development and services. The overview about Lumadan Palm Oil Mill is Lumadan Palm Oil Mill is part of the Sawit Kinabalu Group, which operate in the West Coast region of Sabah. The mill is also integrated into the Malaysian Sustainable Palm Oil Group certification, which underscores its commitment to sustainable practices. This certification encompasses the Lancon Palm Oil Mill and several associated estates, ensuring that operation adhere to stringent sustainability standards. Through these initiatives, the Lumadan Palm Oil Mill contributes to the broader goals of sustainable agricultural and environmental stewardships in Malaysia.
First step in the palm oil mill is weighbridge. The purpose of weighbridge is essential for determining the net weight of various materials involved in the palm oil milling process, including fresh fruit bunches, FFB, crude palm oil, CPO, palm kernel, PK, and other byproducts. It ensures accurate tracking of raw materials received and final products dispatched. For some details on the weighbridge, there is two weighbridge in Lumadan Palm Oil Mill. First, the capacity is 50 metric tons, and the primary usage is it is used for raw materials such as fresh fruit bunches, FFB, disposal materials including materials that need to be disposed of such as EFB, empty fruit bunches, fiber, shell, and decanter cake. And for the additional uses, usually it is used also for weighing materials like diesel and chemicals used in the processing plant. Meanwhile, for the weighbridge number 2, the capacity is 60 metric tons. The primary usage is for end products such as mainly for crude palm oil, CPO, and palm kernel. And the other uses of it is also can be used for other operational needs depending on the logistics and dispatch requirements. Grading is a place where it is used as temporary area to place FFB. Here, FFB grading exercise is done. The specifications are the capacity is 360 metric tons of FFB can be temporarily placed in this area. Some process flow in this temporary area is first unloading, where the trucks carrying FFB unload their cargo in the designated temporary area. Next, storage. The FFB are placed in this area temporarily before they are moved for grading or processing. And the third step for the flow is condition monitoring, where the condition of the FFB is monitored to prevent spoilage and ensure that they are processed in a timely manner. Some visual inspection also done, which is for the appearance. Here, inspect FFB for color, ripeness, and signs of damage or disease. And also they check for maturity. They check the maturity level by assessing the coloration and fruit detachment. Mature FFB should have a bright orange-red color and loosened fruitlets. More than 10 loosened fruitlets indicating that the FFB is well enough to be processed. Next is the weigh measurement. Here the weigh will be checked, where they will measure the weight of individual FFB to determine if they fall within the acceptable range for processing. FFB below a certain weight threshold might be classified as underdeveloped or immature palm. As I said before, they will also look for the fruit detachment, where they will count the number of loose fruitlets. A higher number of loose fruitlets typically indicates higher maturity and oil contents. And they also will check for bruising and damage. For surface check, inspect for any signs of bruising or physical damage which can affect oil extraction efficiency and quality. And they will also look for disease, where they will look for any signs of disease or pest infestation that could compromise the quality of the palm oil. And I will also talk about the importance of FFB grading, where it is good for quality control that ensures that only high quality FFB are processed, leading to better oil yield and quality. This is so important for the palm oil mill. And also they will check for the pricing, where this grading is important to determine the value of the FFB, which can affect the price paid to supplier. And also the process efficiency that helps in optimizing the milling process by ensuring that the FFB are of consistent quality. And the third step is loading. This is in the loading ramp part, where the purpose for the loading ramp is to store FFB that is pre-loading to FFB cages, which is there will be 2 units. The capacity is mostly 360 millitons per unit, and there will be 2 conditions, where the loading will be empty when there is no coming of stock, and another condition is where the loading ramp will be ready to load the FFB that has been graded. From here, the FFB that has been chosen and that has been buy from the suppliers will be put in cages to process to the next step. And the next step is sterilizer. In this step, cages with FFB will be going into sterilizer. As you can see in the picture, there will be a few cages with FFB. They will be readily filled with FFB. That is, will then be next proceed to going to the sterilizer, and then after that it will process to the next process, which is going to the tipper. Sterilizer in this step, it is useful for firstly to stop enzyme activity, which is free fatty acid activity, and then it is also to cook and soften fruit bunch separated for next process. This is one of the crucial process in palm oil production.
The next step for palm oil production is threshing. Threshing is a critical step in the palm oil production process, involving the separation of individual fruits from the fresh fruit bunches. This step occurs after after the fresh fruit bunches have been sterilized, which have loosened the fruits and facilitates their removal. The primary purpose of threshing is to detach the oil-bearing fruits from the fruit bunches. This is essential for efficient oil extraction, as it allows the subsequent stages of the process to focus slowly on the fruits which contain the palm oil. After the fresh fruit bunches are threshed to separate the individual fruits, the next critical stage in palm oil production are digestion and pressing. These stages are essential for extracting crude palm oil from the mesocarp of the oil palm fruits. There are few purposes of this process. The first one is break-up of oil-bearing cell for maximum oil recovery. The second one to extract crude oil out from mesocarp by using double worm screw and hydraulic system. The next one is dilution of crude oil for maximum oil recovery. And the last one is separation of solid, fiber and nut, and liquid crude oil to take place. The clarification process in palm oil production is essential for separating crude palm oil from water, solid residue and other impurities. This stage ensures that the oil meets quality standard and is suitable for further refining and use. The primary goal of clarification is to collect the crude oil and clean the crude oil from impurities such as sand and excessive water. The next step is recovery. This involves the recovery of palm kernel. The purpose of this recovery step is cracking of nut, separation and collection of palm kernel, and cleaning and drying of the palm kernel. The last step for palm oil production is product storage. Proper storage of palm oil and its derivative is crucial to maintaining their quality, preventing spoilage and ensuring safety throughout the supply chain. The purpose of this process is to separate kernel from press cake and storing and heating palm kernel to remove moisture. Lumadan palm oil mill has product storage tank. The purpose of product storage tank is to store palm kernel and crude palm oil to sell to a refinery in Sandakan. The palm kernel storage bunker has 2 units in Lumadan palm oil and the capacity is 100 MT per bunker. And the crude palm oil storage tank also has 2 units in Lumadan palm oil and the capacity is 2000 MT per bunker. There are 2 types of product of sawit Kinabalu. The first one is main product. The main product has 2, which is crude palm oil and palm kernel.
Okay, for the byproducts management, such as fiber and shell. Fiber and shell can use as fuel for boiler, which is to generate power and supply steam. So it can be, so the waste can be used again, as it is a waste to energy technology. And then, if after the process of fuel generation, if there is an excess, that they will be sold to others that is in needed. As for POME, which is palm oil meal effluent, as we can see in the bottom, it is a ponding system that which is to treat POME as DOE requirement. It is a biogas plant that is to produce to generate electricity. And then for the decanter keg, it is also can use as organic fertilizer for oil palms. So therefore, the byproducts management is to ensure that the waste is not wasted, and it can still be used for other usage, such as fiber and shell. Fiber and shell can use as fuel for boiler, which is to generate power and supply steam. So it can be, so the waste can be used again, as it is a waste to energy technology. And then, if after the process of fuel generation, if there is an excess, that they will be sold to others that is in needed. As for POME, which is palm oil meal effluent, as we can see in the bottom, it is a ponding system that which is to treat POME as DOE requirement. It is a biogas plant that is to to produce to generate electricity. And then for the decanter cake, it is also can use as organic fertilizer for oil palms. So therefore, the byproducts management is to ensure that the waste is not wasted, and it can still be used for other usage. We'll be moving on to POME uses for us to explore a little more about effluent. Palm oil meal effluent, which is POME, is a wastewater produced by the mill during the crude palm oil extraction process. It is used as an organic fertilizer and also used as a biogas in plantations. And also, POME also used to treat it. That is, when it is treated, it is used to our wastewater treatment pond to reduce acidity levels of biochemical oxygen demand in the lake.
Now, I will share about our viewpoint that we got from this field trip. First, the positive aspect. Let's begin with the economic contribution. Lumadan palm oil Beaufort plays a vital role in our local economy by creating numerous job opportunities and providing a stable income for the local communities. This economic support elevates living standards and aids in the development of essential infrastructure in Beaufort and its surrounding areas. Next, the technological integration. By utilizing advanced technologies and machinery, Lumadan palm oil Beaufort enhance operational efficiency and increase yield. This leads to the production of superior quality palm oil products. Additionally, these technologies help in reducing waste and maximizing resource utilization, which ensuring a more effective and sustainable production process. And finally, let's discuss the company's commitment to sustainability. If dedicated to sustainable practice, Lumadan palm oil Beaufort has the potential to make a significant impact on eco-friendly initiatives. These initiatives include sustainable land management, reducing greenhouse gas emission, and conserving biodiversity. Such a commitment to sustainability can transform the company into a leading example of responsible and environmentally friendly operations within the palm oil industry. And now, I will discuss about some critical areas of concern for this Lumadan palm oil Beaufort. Firstly, let's see the environmental impacts. The production of palm oil is frequently linked to the deforestation, the destruction of habitats, and the loss of biodiversity. These issues are significant and demand immediate attention. Lumadan palm oil Beaufort must enforce and abide by strict environmental regulations to mitigate this negative consequence. Implementing effective land management practices and protecting natural habitats are essential steps to reduce the environmental footprint of palm oil production. Next, let's talk about the sustainable certification. Demonstrating the company's dedication to sustainable practices can be achieved by obtaining certifications like the Roundtable on Sustainable Palm Oil, which is RSPO. Such certifications assure that the stakeholders that the company adheres to responsible and ethical practices. However, obtaining the certification is just the beginning. Therefore, continuous effort and rigorous monitoring are essential for upholding the standards and ensuring ongoing compliance with the sustainability principles. And now, let's discuss transparency and accountability. Ensuring the transparency regarding operational practices, sourcing, and environmental impact can establish trust with various stakeholders, including consumers, investors, and regulatory bodies. This involves consistent and accurate reporting of activities as well as active engagement with local communities and environmental organizations. By fostering open communication and demonstrating accountability, this Lumadan palm oil mill Beaufort can build and maintain a positive reputation. Lastly, let's discuss some of the challenges that Lumadan Palm Oil Mill Beaufort might face. So, let's address to the regulatory compliance. Navigating the intricate regulatory landscape presents significant challenges. Ensuring compliance with environmental protection, labor rights, and product quality regulations at local, national, and international level is crucial but often difficult. Constantly updating policies and practices to adhere to these regulations requires substantial effort and resources. Next, let's discuss market volatility. The palm oil industry is highly susceptible to changes in global supply and demand patterns, trade regulations, and economic conditions. These fluctuations can significantly impact prices, financial viability, and future strategies. Adapting to this shift requires agile planning and a thorough understanding of market dynamics. Finally, let's consider supply chain complexity. Managing a complex supply chain involves plantation management, transportation, processing, and distribution. Efficient logistics and coordination are essential to ensure timely delivery and maintain product quality. Any disruption at any stage of the supply chain can have a cascading effect which impacting the entire operation.